Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, let's take a look at the signs and symbols of the day and whatever the storyline may hold. Okay, so we are starting out with the sun. So, really strong Leo energy. And then we also have the Two of Cups. So, we have obviously sunburst. Somebody could really see a lot of sun rays, but I'm also picturing like somebody watching, like as they pour cream into their coffee, and you know how it kind of like spreads out. I'm picturing like that swirling pattern. It could also be somebody like marbling something, like pouring, whatever, like a cream cheese or something into a brownie and swirling it like with a toothpick or something, or even like a drop of like the powdered electrolytes that people add into their water that sometimes have like a color content to them as well. I'm picturing something like that, like spreading out, because it feels like it's going to permeate. It feels like we're blending something in, which in this case is pure joy. So, like if somebody is, mixing something into their drink, it's like, oh, I love to sip on this. Oh, I can't wait to taste my coffee with that yummy creamer in it. Or, oh, I can't wait to have that brownie with a marbled cheesecake in it. Or, whatever. It just feels like the day starts with something amazing that's going to permeate through the entire day, or permeate through our senses, through our taste buds. Something that's a feast for our eyes, like seeing a beautiful sunrise, seeing the rays of the light, come into our room in the morning. Like there's just this overwhelming sense of joy that starts the day, which is amazing. And it seems like it's because we have somebody who's feeling love. Look, I don't know if somebody's having like the best dream, or they're just waking up and they've got this pep in their step and this smile. It feels like somebody's in love, and it could be a divine feminine who just feels very loving or very loved. Now, her third eye is really highlighted here. So we could have someone who maybe they do wear a bindi, but I'm thinking it's more like we have a character. Oh, that's so funny. I picked up this deck in my left hand, but that's not the one I'm using. It's this one. Um, I'm picturing that it's something else. It's about her third eye, her pineal gland really being open. Like part of what's making her so happy right now is the fact that she's sensing like this overwhelming sense of happiness, well-being. Now this is at a 5D level. This is something she picks up on that may not be tangible yet. It could be that she is certain that there is great love out there for her. It could be that she feels, like a pull toward a particular person that's on her mind. Or it could be that she actually wakes up in the morning and she's received some confirmation type of message. Do you have a Six of Pentacles, which is somebody sending her something in return? Okay, so we may have a feminine that is getting some reciprocating message. It's not just coming from her intuition, it's something she's receiving from another person as well. Now, I will say this, it would be coming from either like, just how we have all this sacred geometry. And by the way, I'm picturing somebody could have like kind of an interesting like rug, like a small rug as they first walk into their home that could have like a funky pattern on it. Or if you look a little closer, it's like, oh, it is kind of like sacred geometry. It's not just any old random pattern. It could be, sometimes the rugs that we just brush our feet off on before we step into a house, those indoor outdoor rugs. It's more like the backing on the rug that could have like a grid pattern, so like water and dirt and stuff can still go through it. It may not be that it's like a decorative pretty rug. It's more like because I'm literally picturing like it's almost hidden sacred geometry. Sorry, again, specific, but that's how these these messages go. She could find a repeating like grid pattern, maybe even in the jewelry that she's happening to wear. She could start to see elements of, patterns that, again, have to do with sacred geometry around her. Now, whatever she's receiving from this Two of Cups says there's another person out there that she is like sensing a thought bubble from. Um, I don't know if be careful not to sit in something. It's on one hand, I think it's the sacred geometry that's on the back of the dress, but she's in a blue dress with this red, almost like a stain or something on the back of it. So be careful not to sit down and, like on a park bench as like gum or something, and get some bubble gum stuck on the back of the clothes or something. But that's just another side note. We have a Queen of Swords. I A Queen of Swords is very cerebral, and she's holding her ancestor here. So she's connected to somebody on the other side of the rainbow bridge, right? And literally, we see the rainbow bridge right here. So at this point, maybe she's receiving confirmations from ancestors that you got this, you know exactly how this is working, you are spot on, feel joyful, feel happy, know that your love, your happiness, your partner, that is still, in the works for you. See, I was thinking she's getting some message directly from whomever her Two of Cups is, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's getting a confirmation from an ancestor. She could see a bird or an owl today, or anything that reminds her of an ancestor. It may not have anything to do with an animal. This is just like however her guides speak to her, but specifically, an owl is usually an ancestor on the other side of the rainbow bridge, the other side of the veil. And so it could be that there's a song that comes on. It's like, oh, this is a song from my childhood. My Nana used to sing this. I remember her dancing around the house to this, and it's like that. The lyrics of that song could be something really important to her. It could be sorry, there's a couple different songs coming in right now, and it's a Barrington Levy song that I haven't heard in years. But anyway, we have a Five of Wands. This is something that will get her mind thinking and happily thinking like, yes, I am on the right path. My ancestors spoke to me, maybe again, like I said, through a song or through something that reminds her of an ancestor that is like confirming for her, yeah, I am on the right path. What I'm putting out into the universe will come back to me. Now, that is if it's not about a specific person, but she may actually be receiving a clear indication, very clear indication, that someone that she cares about is thinking about her as well. With that Five of Wands, now we have this masculine who's standing here and his brain is going round and round and round. We may have a divine masculine that has like, I don't know if he's going to be outside somewhere where there's like particularly huge leaves, like palm fronds, real or fake, or potted plants, or trees with particularly big leaves, like fig trees have big leaves. Magnolia trees sometimes have really large leaves, or anywhere in like a jungle territory where everything is more bigger, more abundant. But I could definitely picture a masculine being someplace outside and maybe in nature a little bit, or sitting out on a patio or something. He may be holding on to like a railing, or holding on to like the sides of a chair or something, but he's deep in thought. His mind is going round and round and round. He may be staring at something that is literally spinning and just be like, how we kind of like daze in a certain, like direction. And it's really that we're not staring at anything. We're staring off into space. I think it's because his mind is worrying. We certainly do see something very colorful here. This could just be a color palette. This could be a piece of garden art, something that spins, or this could be like a full-blown Ferris wheel or something. But I'm looking at it more like his mind. And I feel as if this masculine's mind he's aware something is shifting for him. Are you connecting to her? I mean, because I feel like he is the other half of this equation. We have the Eight of Swords sideways, which is him starting to realize something is changing. He's getting unblocked. I don't know if there's like an image of her that is coming into his mind. We've got that tree of life. We've got all this, again, like swirling color. This feels like somebody is around a lot of lights. Like, maybe they're at maybe there's a fire dancer, or maybe there's a concert or something that's like a laser light show, or maybe this is just somebody who has like lights that they keep in their house, like fairy lights, or something that changes colors. Even some of the like aroma diffusers will sometimes change different colors, because I keep feeling like there's changing lights. But again, that could be what's going on in his brain. With the Five of Wands, it's spinning. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and his mind is really spinning because he can feel something shifting. And then we have spinning again with this Eight of Swords. His mind is not really stuck. In fact, this is him getting unstuck. This is him recognizing some things. Nine of Wands, God, he is feeling better today too. Is that what's happening? Are two people both like interacting with each other's energy, and like her positivity is like totally lifting his energy as well with that Nine of Wands? This feels really good. He may be in a place that is windy all of a sudden as well, like a big gust of wind, and it could be symbolic, but it could also be that he feels like refreshed all of a sudden. He feels like, wow, that just like totally like dried my sweat, or it blew off my, the tension that I was carrying around. He could actually feel a gust of air, and it represents more to him. It represents a lifting of his mood. He still is in deep thought, but he's getting happier by the moment. What are you in deep thought about, masculine? I don't know if he's going to pull up a hoodie, or something along those lines. He seems to want to be left alone in his thoughts, not left alone from her. I think his thoughts are about her, but he's someplace where he's really focusing on this whole situation. We've got a Page of Wands in the reverse. We got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. What he's in deep thought about is, I'm pretty sure everything just shifted. I'm not sure how, but it's time that I do something now with that Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. No more delays, no more waiting, and no more operating as a page. I'm not a kid. We don't expect, young people, even, 18-year-olds, we don't expect them to have the same competencies. But he's like, I'm not a kid. I'm a grown ass man. I'm fully grown, and I'm in charge of my wisdom and my thoughts and my actions. And I don't know. I don't know why I want to say it that way, but it's like he's like, I make these decisions. Ten of Wands and the Fool. If she was sensing that this is the day she's going to hear from her Two of Cups, I would agree. This is the day she's going to hear from her Two of Cups. I don't know that she intended it to be today exactly. It could be that, when we say today, it's like she senses that she's on the path, that her Two of Cups is out there. There will be reciprocation. And the ancestors are like, yep, spot on. She may not really expect it for the day, but I don't know. Then again, in this storyline, it kind of feels like it's to the day. And sure enough, we have him going through this like energetic thought process. We have him, mulling over something, and then getting to the point of like this profound awareness that I have no reason to wait. If I'm thinking about somebody that I care about, have been thinking about for any length of time, why am I not directly talking to her? I don't know if he has some kind of, I'm picturing like maybe a watch or a ring that he wears. It has like quite a big stone in it. It could also represent, maybe he sees a ring with a big stone in it, and this could be a premonition, like, I'm going to marry this person. This is my person. It could be something like that. There's something definitely gem related, and reflective. this is him taking action. This is the day he decides he's taking some kind of an action. This is the day it's like you notice that his heart is kind of like lit. We see the star right there and kind of like the solar plexus slash heart. So it's the house of willpower as well as the house of, where his heart lives. But this is him being brave enough, bold enough to take this leap of faith. We see him kind of change, morph clothing or morph like different hats, or that's just symbolic. I mean, he could have had a hoodie on and then later on he puts on a full blown like hat. I feel like the weather changes a little bit where he's at also. This could also take an entire day and into the night to play out. From early morning, she's the one who starts out with great vibrations, but then we actually see kind of twilight by the time he's ready to take action. So this could be like a whole 24-hour period where the energy between these two of cups is being like, it's undulating back and forth, where she's like in this great mood. They're getting this shift and this new fresh air coming in, and lights, and and all this energy, all this color coming at them, the wind coming toward them. Their thoughts are changing, their perception is shifting, and then so what is he doing with that Fool card? He's talking to her. He's reaching out and talking to her. All of this, and we definitely see all these cycles, all these wheels, and this, the big huge splay of color. I feel like this is somebody, maybe both of them like paint, or both of them are very color sensitive. Like I personally am extremely color sensitive. I have not like been able to live in certain houses if it's like, somebody painted something like chartreuse or lime green in a bathroom, and I'm like, I cannot live in a chartreuse bathroom. I can't. I would have to paint those walls. I can't. If it's that jarring and ugly. I'm not saying I hate chartreuse. It's just, it depends on the lighting. It depends on the, I'm very sensitive to like architecture and lighting and coloring in, paint colors, and certain colors just drive me bananas in the wrong spaces. I do paint, and maybe that's why I'm like, oh my gosh. I love interesting and diversity, but I don't like it when it's too like garish or intended to like, jar you. I don't enjoy that very much at all. But it all depends. I like bright colors. It all depends on how it's applied. But I feel like all of these cards are very pretty to me. Tons of color. I love this deck. I think it's gorgeous. I don't think things have to matchy match. I like all the different shades, but I think it's put together in an attractive way. And I feel like that's something for both of them. Like they're both very colorful people, interesting people, but it's also about like characters that maybe are going to really flow well together. They're both very unique, very different from each other, but I could see these two being like a wonderful complement to each other without losing any of their brightness. It definitely feels like these two could be creative. They could be artists, both of them, but she's picking up on his energy and she is spot on. She's not calling out to him or saying he needs to contact me. She just wakes up feeling great, feeling like I think something beautiful is going to happen. And I would say she's spot on. He is reaching out to literally start communicating with her. And I feel like it's going to be very serene. She looks very comfortable about this. This is great energy, great vibe today. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.